Hello, spellcasters of all shapes and sizes! My name is Chance, welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning in to the 21st episode of our Find Familiar series. Before I get too far ahead, I just want to make a quick note that this channel is not directed at a child audience. That being said, today we're going to be taking a look at one of the Pact of the Chain options. May I introduce to you the truly chaotic creature, the Quasit. Super cool stuff. Honestly, probably one of my favorite familiars you can choose in the entire game. This is the second time I've been uploading this video. I made a mistake in the first one, so this is meant to correct that mistake. That being said, let's take a look at its stats. Although it says it's a tiny fiend, it kind of is whatever you want it to be under the Pact of the Chain guidelines. Taking a look at its ACF, the 13 hit points and a 7, just calculated by a straight roll of 3d4, and it is only a walking speed of 40, which is fine. Looking at its stats here, you'll see the -3 to strength and the -2 to intelligence are probably its worst traits, which means it's one of the less intelligent familiars out of the Pact of the Chain options, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. This little guy doesn't really do a whole lot of thinking, at least not for itself. However, it does have a +3 to dexterity, which is super helpful. Taking a look at its skills, you'll notice the +5 to stealth, which is incredibly good. It has 120 feet worth of dark vision as well, which is superb. Passive perception of 10, which is meh, pretty middle of the road. Telepathic bond with you, which is pretty helpful. Looking at its damage resistances, you'll see that there's quite a few of them. Resistance to cold, fire, lightning, and bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that doesn't come from a magical attack. Really cool stuff. It's immune to being poisoned, immune to poison damage entirely, and can speak and understand both abyssal and common. Really cool stuff, so you can actually have a little conversation with the little guy. Taking a look at its other traits now, you'll see the shapechanger one, very similar to the imp, however the beasts are different. So the Quasit can transform into the bat, centipede, toad, or back into its true form, which means, unlike the imp, it actually has access to a swim speed, which is super useful. It retains its original stats too. The only difference is the movement, which is super incredible. It does not change equipment with it though, so please bear that in mind when you're using it. It also has magic resistance, so it has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, which is super great stuff. Taking a look at its action, it actually has 3 actions, which is super great for a familiar. Its main attack is going to be its claws, or its bite, well, it's in beast form. +4 to hit, does 5 damage, calculated by a die 4 +3. I'd actually roll it, why not? It is piercing damage. The target must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or it takes 5 poison damage and becomes poisoned for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, and it ends on a success, which is pretty good. It can also turn invisible. It magically turns invisible until it attacks or uses scare, or until the concentration ends. There is no limit on this as well, so you can kind of spam it, which is super cool. And it can scare once a day. One creature of the Quasit's choice within 20 feet must succeed on a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, with disadvantage if the Quasit is still within line of sight of it, ending on a success. Really cool stuff. I really like the Quasit. I think it's a solid choice for Warlock of any patron, but I mean, logically, some make more sense than others. That being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate you all dropping by. Please feel free to check out the Facebook page, the Patreon, and Miss Shannon Clark's art as well. I really do appreciate it. As well as we are doing the daily live streams every day from 10 o'clock until 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And if you're interested in writing D&D campaigns, please find my email on my page, and I'd love to get into contact with you. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day, and as always, happy casting.